Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Judge.
We'll get started here in a little bit, give the commissioners a little time to get online.
Minutes here.
Okay. Commissioner Kolkmeyer online.
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is case number GR-2021-0240, which is Ameren, Missouri's request for a rate increase for their electric service. This portion of the proceedings tonight is intended to allow members of the public to offer testimony for the commission's consideration when they're making their decision in this case. And I want to emphasize that hopefully you got your questions answered in the earlier portion of the proceeding. During this portion of the proceeding, the commissioners and I cannot answer your questions. We have to remain impartial in order to make an honest a decision in the evidentiary portion of the case. This hearing is being recorded and it's being transcribed by a court reporter. The transcript will become part of the file, and will be reviewed by all the commissioners. If you want to have a copy of if you want to be able to view the file, you can do so at the commission's website, which is psc.mo.gov. As indicated, I believe we have two commissioners on the line. First of all, Commissioner Coleman, would you like to make any opening statements or greetings?
Yes, thank you, Judge. I would just like to thank those who are participating tonight and let you know that, as the judge has mentioned, that this testimony is for the record. All commissioners will be able to review it and consider it prior to a decision being made. Again, thank you for your time tonight. Thank you, Judge.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
Yes, thank you, Judge. I want to echo the Commissioner Coleman's remarks. We really do appreciate your testimony and what you have to say. So thanks again for participating this evening.
Thank you. Now, the first thing we're going to do is take entries of appearances from the attorneys. We do this just to, for the record, to show who is here on behalf of the parties. So beginning with Ameren, Missouri.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appearing on behalf of Ameren, Missouri, James B. Lowry, 3406 Whitney Court, Columbia, Missouri, 65203.
Thank you. And for the staff.
Good evening, Judge. This is Kurt Stokes, C-U-R-T Stokes, on behalf of the staff.
Thank you. And for Office of Public Counsel.
Good evening, Mark Posta, Attorney at the Office of Public Counsel.
Okay. I had a couple people that signed up in advance for this hearing, so I'll call their names first. Once I call you, just unmute yourself and speak up, and I'll administer the oath that you'll swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And then I'll let you make your statement. And I may have some questions for you. The commissioners may have some questions for you afterward. And I'll give the parties a chance to ask you some follow-up questions also if they want to. So the first name on my list is Christine Alt. Is Miss Alt here?
Yes, I am.
Okay. If you please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Miss Alt, are you still there? Well, hopefully we didn't lose her. Well, I'll go to
Yeah.
them. I'm sorry. Is that you, Miss Alt?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear
Yeah.
us? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. And did you swear to tell the truth?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm sorry. We lost you for just a little bit there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I hit *6, but then it looked like it wasn't on the phone again, so I hit it a second time.
and that probably took you off. Okay. Why don't you, if you could spell your name for us, just so the court reporter can have it for us.
Yes, Christine with a CH, so CHRISTINE, last name Alt, ALT.
All right. And which city do you live in?
I live in Labadie.
Okay. What would you like to tell us?
First off, I really appreciate the Public Service Commission giving us the opportunity to go ahead and express our concerns to you this evening. And in regards to especially the Ameren, Missouri $299 million rate increase that they're requesting, according to what I have read and I kind of understand, Ameren would get an average of somewhere between 10 and 12 as the questioning kind of went, more on each month's bill for customers. And I think that's too much at this time. I also read somewhere that Ameren, Missouri is seeking this from their customers while it has profits in excess of $200,000 for the second quarter in a row. So at that rate, it would be, they've been making profits of $800 million a year of profits. And I think the company and shareholders could then do without an increase at this time, especially at this time. During a pandemic, it doesn't seem appropriate to further burden people when they are already concerned with loss of wages, loss of jobs, illnesses, and even deaths within their family. What about communities like mine? I live in Labadie. I'm close to the Labadie plant, where we are already burdened with the true costs of producing electric from dirty coal at the Labadie plant without any scrubbers on their plant. We see ads on TV, and I see billboards on the highway when I drive that that Ameren is investing in a clean future and clean energy, while we pay rate increases and bear the cost of all the pollution. Cancer, allergies, asthma, they impact us all. Maybe they should show their ability to clean up the Labadie mess, and we would actually believe them. I'm also curious because I'm a member of an environmental group, and how they feel about an increase on the bill each month. Perhaps they could have asked and we could have just checked it off when we sent in our money. I don't think you probably have heard anyone sharing how excited they are at the opportunity to pay more each month, while Ameren, Missouri is allowed to continue to use dirty coal, no scrubbers, and pollute our air, water, and land. Are they being told to quit violating the Clean Air Act? If their violations are responsible for contributing to as many as 300 premature deaths, can we recover an average of $12 per month per customer because they're killing us? How much is a heart attack worth? Sometimes when people have heart attacks, there's an estimate that following a person with a heart attack for the first 90 days is almost $40,000 in cost, with an additional $14,000 spent for the year following the heart attack. So could we be reimbursed for these since Ameren is causing heart attacks? How about children suffering with asthma? Could we recover $12 or more per month because Ameren is causing more people to suffer? I would like for them to clean up the mess that they have in Labadie because my family already pays too much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Alt. Any commissioners have any questions for Ms. Alt or the parties? All right, thank you.
Not at this time,
Thank
Judge.
you.
Thank you.
All right. The other name that I had pre-registered was Jane Van Kano. I hope I pronounced that right. Are you on the line? Okay, I'm not hearing from her. If she is on the line, just speak up and we'll take you when you get on. Is there anyone? That's the only two names I had that were on the list. Is there anyone else who's on the line now that wants to testify? Anyone wish to speak up?
My name is Mildred Cooper. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Can I speak at this time?
Yes, you can. That was Mildred Cooper.
I did so everything the previous speaker has stated.
Miss Cooper, if you moment, I need to swear you in as
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. And your name is Mildred Cooper?
Yes.
To see? Okay. What would you like to tell us?
First of all, I'm thankful that I received this insert from Ameren, Missouri. And I'm one of those cautious people that always read stuff that come in the mail. Pertaining to whoever sends it, I at least look at it and see, do it affect me? But I wanted to speak up in essence to what the prior speaker has spoken up as far as the rate increase. Basically, we see increases no matter what the thing might be. It's like as if we are stockholders of Ameren, Missouri, and we're not. It seems like the prices are being passed along to the consumer no matter what. I have tried my best, and I live in the home by myself. So naturally, when I learned about different things to save electricity, I apply them, like unplugging things that are not in use, not keeping all the lights on, and so forth and so on. And so basically, I do not have a complaint against Ameren in that aspect, except for one thing, and I went back, and I only can go back to 2020 because I had really destroyed the other bills. I wished I had saved them because a charge kept on coming up on my bill, and I had never seen it before. And it was the electric company charge for residency, and that was a $9.08 bill. What a charge, I'm sorry. What triggered me was like another consumer had stated that normally in the you use more electricity in the summer when you use your air conditioning, when you use the whole home air conditioning, and in the wintertime your rates go down. And the gas go up in the winter. So you used to be able to budget and the flex and the see. But I started seeing that my Ameren bill was just as high as my gas bill was, and that's when I started reading line for line as to what was on there. I had made a call into them to Ameren, and they said, "Oh, this is a charge that has always been on your report," and that's a lie because it hadn't. It hadn't always been on there. By chance, I had a bill from 2014, and it does not show that. It shows the fuel adjustment charge, the energy efficiency investment charge, St. Louis City municipal charge, and that was the only charges that we had back then. I cannot say when everything changed and all. All I know is with fees, with taxes, with everything else, they're coming out of the woodwork. And we as a consumer are being charged these, it's being added onto our bills and no proof or, no consolation. So I'm grateful and thankful for being able to speak to the Public Service Commission commissioners, because I've always threatened to write pertaining to not only Ameren, but all the utilities. They have gone crazy, like as if our names are Rockefellers, like as if we got money pulled from the air. And I'm talking as a citizen, a retired citizen on a fixed budget. No, I do not, no, I'm not poor. I'm not in that 100 and whatever percentage ratage as far as low income where you get some benefits or whatever. And I'm not rich. So that means I'm the one stuck in the middle that the public is now waking up to see. We are the ones that are shouldering the heavy burden of everything. If you're poor, you get assistance. But if you don't and you pay your bills faithfully every month, you seem like you're being penalized. If you do everything you're supposed to, you're being penalized. And that's the reason why I'm speaking up and speaking out for the people that think that, you're just talking in the wind. Yes, well, I'm going to talk to the wind of your voices and the airwaves because I'm appreciative. I'm not on the computer. I thank God for those that are on the computer that have that technical mind, but I am on the telephone and I use it greatly because of the factor that these utilities have gone crazy. Ameren is down low on the agenda as far as they're crazy, but as far as whether it is a percentage of a $12 a month increase or whatever, any increase, if I'm not using it, is like a person having a gun to your head, sticking you up, and you don't have no recourse. You have to pay up. I feel that we are being stuck up when it comes to the utilities. I think the public service commissions are not doing their due justice in truly looking like the first person stated as to their profits. I'm not getting no profit. I'm not getting nothing out of it. All I seem to be doing, all we little people seem to be doing is continually paying. And it is time to wake up, that others will wake up and find out that if you open up your mouth and talk, then maybe something might be done. And that's why I'm on this line. And that's the reason why I'm testifying today, because I am fed up doing right, yet still being paying the price for other people lack of paying or getting over or getting out or whatever it might be. I don't care. I can only talk about my plate. And my plate says that my checks are not getting any bigger. Everything else, everybody has their hand in the pot, and they feel that we should be paying them and paying for their profit. And I feel that you should not. Thank you so very much for taking my testimony into consideration, but I still would like to know the answer for that electric customer charge of $9.08. Where did it come from? If it was not there before, because I like I stated, I knew that there was a difference in my bill from the summer months to the winter months, right, and all. And if I can get an answer some kind of way through whatever resources, I truly would like to know, because I think me being told something and I know it's a lie don't make it no truth. Others might have money and might give up, but I'm not going to give up. I need to know the answer. Thank you so very much. And I think that you all hold the answers when you don't look at all these other little fees that they got on there, which is great.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Cooper. Do any commissioners have any questions for Ms. Cooper? Or the parties? All right, well, thank you. Anyone else wish to testify?
Judge, this is Commissioner Coleman.
Yes, go ahead, Ms.
I would like you to ask Ameren or the Office of Public Counsel, someone to reach out to Ms. Cooper to provide her with the information she's asking about.
I think that's an excellent idea. Mr. Poston, can you do that on behalf of Public Counsel?
Yes, I can. I would need actually probably have her reach out to me to get her information.
Okay.
I can provide a number for you. Are you ready? If you can call 866-922-2959, we can help you out.
And that's the number I thank you.
That number for the Office of the Public Counsel.
Yeah. Did you get that number okay?
Yes, I got the number.
Okay.
My question is, what are your hours of operation?
Mr. Poston, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock. Monday's a state holiday, but we will be back here Tuesday morning.
At what time? 9 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to testify?
I would like to testify, please. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. What's your name?
My name is Patricia Shuba,
Okay.
and that's, should I spell that for you?
Yes, if you would, please.
It's Patricia, last name Shuba, Schuba.
Right.
And I live in Labadie, Missouri.
And if you please raise your right hand, I'll swear you in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. What would you like to tell us?
So I'd like to say thank you to the commissioners that are on tonight and the commission in general for hosting these types of hearings. I'm not certain how else you would know how the public feels about some of these cases that are before you. And I appreciate everyone who's able to stay on the call tonight. I know it was a very long period of time we were asking questions. And I actually the thing I wanted to testify about is actually that monthly fixed rate, which the previous caller was talking about and was confused as to why that showed up on her bill. And my understanding was that that was approved in a previous rate case. And what I'm concerned about is that Ameren has said that they hope that that charge will eventually go up to $24 per month as a fixed charge. And that would be whether you're living in a small apartment or you live in a mansion in Ladue. Everyone would be paying $24 per month. And that's of concern to me as both a resident, a farm owner. We have multiple properties where maybe we just have electricity to light up the barn for our cattle in the evening. We're paying more in that fixed charge than we do in actual electricity usage. At our one farm, we had 88 kilowatt usage last month, but we paid the fixed charge. So I know it's only going up by $2 this time, and that's in addition to that potential $10 to $12 per month. So that all kind of adds up. And for people who don't have a lot of money to work with to begin with, that's of concern. Whether you live in the city or you live in the rural areas, there are a lot of people in Missouri that don't make a significant amount of money per month, and they're already paying potentially $200-300 for electricity, and then to have a fixed charge that will potentially be $11 per month, and maybe in the next rate case go up by even more, and eventually to $24 per month. That's a huge concern to me, especially since I am one of those people who wants us to move to clean energy. So places like Labadie don't continue to produce coal ash and put it in locations that are risky for the environment and for our drinking water. As was mentioned earlier tonight, the majority of people, everybody in the state, drinks water that's groundwater, whether it comes from your public utility or it comes from your own well in your backyard. You're drinking groundwater that potentially all these carcinogens and toxic chemicals can get into, and that's just from the burning of coal. That's not to mention all the other things we do to produce energy and to transport energy. So my big concern is that, and I was grateful to hear that the staff themselves do not want to see an increase in that fixed charge. I think that'll be important, especially during the pandemic, and given that people have lost family members, income, jobs, that I think this is not the time to be asking for an increase in the fixed rate per month. And I think that possibly the Office of Public Counsel would ask for that too. But that is my request, that that fixed charge not increase for anyone in this rate case. I also am a little concerned about the disconnects that have happened. I read that there were 29,000 to 30,000 residential customers that lost service due to late payments, and there's another over 200,000 that are currently behind on their bills. And this has just been since January. So again, I think there's this idea that we're coming out of the pandemic, that things are getting better, and that right now is a good time to pass a rate increase across the board, and I don't think it is. And I'm hopeful that better minds at the Public Service Commission and with the Office of Public Counsel can make that case for Missourians, that we keep that cost down. And I think the last thing I would like to say is that I continue to be concerned that we're moving very slowly on renewables, and that we're continuing to give this company a lot of money to potentially move us in that direction. So I'd like to see the company actually do more in the way of reducing the ultimate long-term charges to the public by using more renewables that once they're in place will be more efficient in producing energy for the people of the state of Missouri, while decreasing the risk to us, to our health, to our communities, to our property values from the use of this, of coal, predominantly, coal and other fossil fuels. So I think that's pretty much it. I know it's been a long evening. I appreciate that you're having the hearing. I hope that both the regulators and the utility are hearing us. There are a lot of concerns about how energy has been produced in this state, but I'm hopeful that we'll move to something that's more secure, more reliable, and reduces the cost to all Missourians. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any questions from the commissioners or from the parties?
No, Judge.
Thank you, Commissioner Kolkmeyer. Is Jane Van Cannell or Cannell there now?
Me?
Pardon me?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Is this Jane?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I probably butchered your name, so I apologize. Can you tell us your name?
Don't worry about it. It's Jane Von Kaenel, Vonkaenel, 9 letters in my last name.
Okay.
And I live in St. Louis County.
All right. If you please raise your right hand, I'll swear you in. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. What would you like to tell us?
Okay, I would, I don't want to repeat because it's been a long evening, and I want to thank the Public Service Commission for advocating for us. And this is a tough time with the COVID pandemic, and I'm very concerned about this new average residential electric customer cost that each one of us would get charged no matter our usage or our zip code, etc. And it doesn't seem that seems extremely unfair to me. Whether it starts at $2, then goes up to $12 to $24. I don't like charges like that. There's no motivation in that to conserve energy. I have a couple of people in my family that have MBAs, and I asked them to look up some things for me, and they tell me that Ameren stockholders are doing pretty well, and that I won't bore you with the figures because MBA graduates love to give dollar figures, so, and quarterly figures. So I don't see that this is a good time for when the company is doing well and it's a regulated monopoly and we don't have any choice, that we get this new charge put on our bills. And I also wanted to say that I said before, it doesn't motivate people to upgrade appliances or get new windows or conserve energy. That removes incentives, and that it's a terribly regressive charge, because it seems that a higher fixed charge like that would impact lower income people. So just to summarize about the Ameren's profitability between 2016 and 2018, it looks like Ameren's plants cost $347 million more to operate as compared to market energy prices, thanks to all these brilliant MBA grads. So I don't like that. I wish that Ameren could have retired coal plants more quickly. I know in other states, coal plants, I learned from relatives in 2 other states that their coal-fired power plants were being shut down. And had Ameren, Missouri, done that, as so many other energy companies in numerous other states did, they would have enjoyed savings. And some of these savings to Ameren could have funded a move more quickly to cleaner renewable energy technologies. I'm testifying as a person that had that served a president at the White House when solar panels were put up in the 1970s. So I talked to some policy people, and Ameren just hasn't moved very quickly on renewables, and that disappoints me. But I don't think that it's fair that they're not retiring their coal plants very quickly and not moving to renewables very quickly. I don't think that we should be asked to pay for Ameren's past decisions. Had they done some of those things, the customers might, Ameren might have had more profits, and maybe some of those profits could have been put toward cleaner energy and perhaps a saving to customers. But I find that this fee that they've petitioned your commission to approve it's unjust, it's unfair, and the timing couldn't be worse. And it's not going to get better in 22, 23. It's just not. So I would ask the commission to please protect us from a charge like this, and to not permit Ameren to charge us the huge increase that I wanted. And I need to do some background for my written statement. I've researched many different things just to talk tonight, but I will have a much more comprehensive statement with footnotes. But I'm pleading with the Public Service Commission to please not okay that fixed charge. And I agree with the people that have testified before. This is a very uncomfortable, uncertain time for us. And some of us are helping out family members who were put on to part-time or who completely were let go from their jobs. So I think that concludes my statement. And I thank the people for spending their Friday night after 8 p.m. to allow citizens to talk. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from the commissioners or from the parties? Okay, then thank you again, Ms. Cannell.
Goodbye.
Anyone else? Anyone else wishing to testify? Is there anyone else here who would like to testify at this time? I'm not hearing anything, and unless somebody speaks up, then we'll wind up the hearing. Commissioner Coleman or Commissioner Kolkmeyer, any final thoughts?
Judge, I'd just like to thank those who have participated tonight. Thank you very much for your testimony. It is important to us, and we appreciate your time and efforts.
Thank you.
Yes, Judge, I echo those comments as well. We appreciate everyone's testimony here. And Judge, I want to thank you and the Office of Public Counsel for reaching out and helping this one customer try to solve some issues that they have. So I want to thank both of you for that. So thank everybody for their testimony, and we really appreciate you all doing this on a Friday night. So thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Commissioner. One last chance. Anybody want to speak? All right, I'm not hearing anything. So at this point, we are adjourned. Thank you.